Welcome to another exciting episode of Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed Black Velvet with that slow southern style. Black Velvet. I'm not going to sing anymore.
Isn't that a song?
That is a song. You've picked it up off my beautiful singing.
Oh, yeah.
Afraid we were going to get kicked off for copyright infringement with that kind of singing.
Exactly.
I make the songs my own. Shout out to a good friend of the channel, Primetime Treasure Hunter, with his live show after ours. Check him out. It's an Elite 8 thrift battle. How's your bracket doing on that?
And yet again, we're not good enough to make the top 50.
How's your bracket doing?
Apparently,
you busted?
If you have $5,000 and $10,000 items, you don't make the top 50.
It's Noelle Farm Girl Scavenger versus somebody whose name I cannot read. T Auctions for You.
So $1 Million Peddlers are beaten out by scavengers. Yep.
Well, hey, we're peddlers.
Something's getting watered down, but hey, it's just me.
We're peddlers. Got a few people in today.
Yeah, we were a little worried. Like a minute to 7:30 was Magic Mike was the first one off the bench. Magic Lori's in the house, and Magic Jackson Jules, and Magic Daniel Wasaki as well.
I need a haircut. Got to get one this week.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm just admiring myself on over here.
So the Jax Jules is saying hi to people. That must be me. I'm people, and you're Paperboy.
There you go.
Hi back to you, Jackson whoever.
Wow. Ruffled your feathers there for a moment. Hey, I want to thank everybody. I said to Mr. Magazine after last week's show that I thought it was the best live show we had done. I thought it really encapsulated the show perfectly. We had great participation. It was a lot of fun. I don't remember what we talked about, but I'm sure it was really interesting.
Was I there? I don't remember any of this happening.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
so thanks to everybody out there. It was a very good show. And we're going to head on into the show like we always do. Kind of wondering how sales are. And I was really interested last week. I'm even more interested this week to find out how your sales and, of course, everybody out there's sales are. Why don't you start us off as usual?
They're very putrid to putrid.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're like a 3 on the putrid meter.
I'm down, it got to be 40, 50%, but some days are better than others. But it all depends on what we're listing and selling. Obviously, I said it before, I'll say it again. We have to discount some of the higher end items just to get money through the door and to pay the employees, the warehouse, and so forth. So we're doing what we got to do to make ends meet. But right now, it's more like stockpile time.
So it's a 3 on the putrid meter is what it is right now.
Yeah, I would say 3 is very accurate for eBay.
Right. How about Amazon? Is that
They're steady Freddy. I'm going to give them a 7 out of 10. It's automatic. I'm selling 80 to 100 items a day. eBay's 40 to 50 when we used to be double that. So, it is what it is. We got enough items on. We're still selling stuff. I'm forced to take bigger offers that I don't want to take, but like I said, we have to pay the
bigger
employees.
Offers or bigger discounts?
Bigger discounts,
okay.
Yep, exactly. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'll blame it on the shot.
One of us is listening. A couple more people showing up.
We got Magic Marks in the house and Magic AJ sales as well. And Jackson Jules is back.
Oh, he's telling us. Why don't you put that up on the screen so I can read it?
I will put it up on the screen.
Actually picked up this week, listed a lot of higher end items and lots of older, lower value items sold, though we are having issues with payouts in the UK. Oh, that's super. Yep, and usually what happens to you happens to us a couple of weeks later, so it takes a little while to come across the pond. Oh, super. It's something to look forward to for us. Well,
great.
Definitely save that for our featured glitch of the week because you'll have a glitch over there. You can tell us a little more about it when we get to that part of the show. Yeah. Wonder if everybody else's sales are. Now, I had one subscriber reach out to me and say that it's like Christmas in June. That eBay turned the spigot on and they're having great sales. Radio Parts reached out to me and said that one day is great, one day is terrible, next day is great, next day is terrible, that there's no consistency whatsoever.
It's really good or really bad.
And that's kind of what I'm finding as well. I wake up in the morning and I don't have any idea whether I'm going to sell 3 items or 15 items that day. Today happened to be a really good day, but part of that was I had some stuff ending at auction that actually sold. Believe it or not, I actually sold some auction items.
Good for you.
Which you'll be seeing in a Bolo video coming up sometime soon, putting on the Ritz.
Yep.
So sales are all over the place. One day is good, one day is bad. But I took a look over the last 5 weeks, and they've all been at I had one really good week out of the last 5, and the other 4 were kind of at a low level, but not not like 2017 low. So they're still holding up at 2000. They're better than 2019 numbers. Let's put it that way. Nowhere near 2020
we're
or
average
21.
or we're low. We're not having any big days right now. I think the one day I sold an expensive wrestling set. That was the only day that was high. But other than that, average or low.
Yeah. You got the notice of 2% a few days before us, so I switched to 3% in advance. Maybe that's helped. Oh, all right. Yeah. And we'll be talking about that too in a moment when we get into the site changes. I had about the same weekly sales since January. One day slow, but then we'll sell a big ticket or two through the week to average out. I can't complain. That's good though.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, at least you're holding in there. And again, there's just no consistency. It's I don't know. It's hard to say. I wake up tomorrow and I'll have 2 offers overnight, and we'll sell 1 item all day long because I had a good day today. You know, that's just the way it's going to be. So I kind of expecting it at this point. Amazon sales are staying steady, but they're all low priced items because that's what I have on there, low priced items. So I'm not really making much on Amazon. It's an odd pattern. I agree with no consistency with views, watchers, and sales. It's hot for a day, then slow for a few days. Yeah, so at least we're all kind of experiencing the same thing, so it's not just any one of us. And I know you were just going to ask me how I was doing on the other sites.
Well, how are you?
Oh, wow, thank you. I knew you were going to ask that.
Read my mind. You're getting good at this, man.
I'm getting really good. Apparently there is a buyer strike on Etsy again, because I didn't sell anything on Etsy. Vivs-Views sold nothing. Did 2 items on $million.dollar.peddlers. However, my wife's got some things up on Amazon, and she sold the 3rd thing she sold this year over there.
Wow.
So that's 3 CDs this year I've moved on out, so that's doing well. And then I did, and this is actually pretty funny, good friend of the channel, Dawn, who hasn't shown up tonight, so I don't know what's going on. She asked me how my Biblio.com sales were, and it was funny because she asked me literally the day after I sold something on Biblio. So it had been a couple of months, and I went and sold something, and I was laughing. She took her some of her Biblio stuff down, moved it over to eBay, and sold a book that day on eBay. So, you know.
I remember Biblio when I saw people selling adult stuff on there. Then when I contacted them, they said, you can't sell adult stuff on there. So, my luck.
Decent sales. Sell Similar has been working well. Good. It's good to hear. How did your Sell Similar work out?
It was a nightmare, and you still have to finish checking the items that never got relisted.
Yes, I have to. Yes.
Well,
That's funny how that works.
You started the whole mess.
How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything good? How about you, Mr. Magazine?
I think I spoke about it last week, but I didn't officially buy it yet. The Playboy collection with the autographs.
Yeah, you had mentioned that you had seen it.
So, it was an amazing collection. It was sports autographs, memorabilia, sports cards, and a massive collection of autographs, mainly Playboy, but also female celebrities and female wrestlers and anything, thousands. There was over 2,000 signatures, signed, authenticated cards from Playboy and all the famous, celebrities and playmates you can think of. It was just amazing. So, certificates with most of the stuff, but it was a deal. I had to get it no matter what. I worked out a deal. They were happy. I'm happy, and hopefully we'll start selling them soon.
You gonna say hi to Winter Crow?
Yeah, Magic Winter Crow's in the house. What's going on?
There you go.
And Magic Jim.
Buying postcards and whatnot. Oh, yeah, nice to see what you're buying. Yeah, that is a plus. So the only thing I ended up buying this entire week, so I went to the flea market and I saw your buddy, local Joe Losi, who is a subscriber, and he's not here yet either. Everybody's boycotting us.
He could be sitting in the weeds. Who knows?
He thinks he's Etsy. He's boycotting us. Did see him. I was going to go over and say hi to him. I actually went in his booth, and he was having one of those days that makes me glad that I don't do flea markets. Was that him there? Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. So Joe was having one of those days. He can probably talk about it, but I walked in his booth to say hi to him, look at his stuff. First, he had about 4 to 6 people looking. One guy's asking him because Joe was selling some cassette tapes. These things been out in the sun? And Joe's like, no. I don't know. He's like looking at each one. I don't know about these over here. Meanwhile, he had some other guy beating him down on price on like everything in his booth. How much is this?
Jeez.
How much is this? Meanwhile, this other guy was leaning over looking at comic books. You've heard the term plumber's crack?
Yes.
Yep, this gentleman had a nice plumber's crack going over there, and I just was like, you know something? I'm getting out of here. I'm not going to bother Joe. So I almost said hi to you,
Apparently
Joe.
There's nothing better to look at.
Well, the guy was pretty wide and blocking like most of Joe's booth, so I wasn't able to look at anything anyway. Someone that I see all the time here went to an estate sale of a guy that owned a VHS and game store in the 90s.
Ooh,
He got
wow.
9 banana boxes full of sealed games and movies. Oh.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
90 boxes.
Oh my God. Killing. Making a killing.
Oh, that's that's something.
I'm shaking my head too. Oh, Magic Michelle's in the house. Good evening
Wow.
as well. Jeez. Oh, hold on. Jim's got some breaking news.
Oh, yeah, send everybody over there, why don't you? Yeah, he had mentioned it. I emailed him back and said, geez, of course, cut into our live show, why don't you? Hey, he used to be a friend of the channel, I'll tell you. Nah, you're always going to bump up against somebody. There's so many things going on over there. Let us know how he's doing if you're checking in between the two. Just kind of curious.
Hold on, right there.
6,000
for that, $55 a box, roughly.
90 boxes, yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's
60 bucks, 65,
yeah, amazing deal.
But that's a lot of money to put out in a lot of room. LP auction not going so well. Yeah, well, one of the problems with that, from what I hear, I don't sell LPs on there, but one of the problems is that they don't allow media mail shipping.
Oof.
Everything's got to be priority.
So you
you
pay
buy
less for a record than they normally would.
Yeah, you buy 3-4 of them. All of a sudden, you're up to some pretty heavy priority costs for it.
Yeah, my comics aren't going good and whatnot either.
Well, we get to there in a minute. I was
Just like
telling
Daniel hasn't even visited. Me neither.
Real quick, I'll tell you about my buy at the Flea, and then we'll head on into the rest of the stuff over here. That's. I'm going to say I store all around me,
Living
unfortunately.
room, pods, wherever, on top of, your roof.
You do what you got to do, yep. So I went to the Flea, and I was walking through, and I literally bought nothing whatsoever. I would have bought a lot from Joe, but I couldn't get into his stand. So as I was walking through, got down to the end, turned around to leave, and I hear, "Hey, you! Don't walk away!" And it was a dealer that I knew, and he called me over, and he had some stuff, and he goes, "Here, take a look at stuff here in my car." So I took a look in there. Have you ever done anything with
leather seats? No.
Scotch guarding leather seats? No. Model kit plans for building like planes, like balsa wood planes and all that kind of things.
Right.
Do they sell?
So you got the model. You don't have the model.
I have
you don't
nothing. I just
you
have
the
some plans so people can put stuff
instructions.
together.
Like
Yeah.
Well, I would think they would sell, but I mean,
Well, he said
people collect them or
make things out of them, because I
Yeah.
think you can by wood and cut it to size and all that
or
stuff.
you can make a paper airplane out of them, a real big one. If you
That'd
unfold
be
the
a
plans,
really big plan.
you
Yeah,
fold it in the middle, then you got the wings.
That'd be a really big plane.
Yeah. By the way, Magic Resale Studios in the house.
Hello. He said,
Oh, you can't be happy.
no.
You cannot be happy.
Oh, and Jiminy Flippett's here too.
Oh, all right. We're among famous people tonight.
So he said, so I came back and he goes, "Well, what do you think?" And he goes, "I looked those things up." And I go, "Well, I've never sold them before. What do they go for?" He goes,
Yeah.
"I looked at sold prices,
All right.
$9 to $11 a piece."
Wow.
I said, "Okay," and that seemed reasonable. That would seem
Yeah.
like about what they went for.
Yeah.
And he had a box like this of them,
Yeah.
probably like that,
Yeah.
like something you get from the liquor store, that size box.
Sure, you would know.
And, yes, I would. And he said, or I said, "How much?" And he goes, $50. I go, "I got to do it at that."
Yeah, why not?
So that was the only thing I bought all week long.
Wow.
So actually downsizing this week.
Good for you. Yeah.
Downsizing this week. What's Whatnot is like WhatsApp, but for collectibles rather than weed. I wouldn't know anything at all about anything you're saying there. I didn't inhale. Like Bill Clinton.
User 0912's in the house. How's it going?
Greetings from Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
you go. La Isla in was it in Cantana? Or I don't know what that is.
Popeye's in the house. How's it going?
Hello, Popeyes. So a couple of things going on over there. Well, I know Jocks was telling us about the glitch of the week where he can't get money from his account over in England. So
Oh, God.
that's definitely the winner. However, did you notice, and I wonder if anybody else out there had this happen to them as well, do you look at your dashboard regularly?
Every 2 weeks, maybe? Definitely at least once a month.
On eBay?
Yeah.
That's all? That's what you log into when you're first seeing my selling hub.
Well, I see the hub, but I don't click on dashboard. The dashboard's not up. I gotta click on it.
Well, the hub.
Yeah.
The thing
Oh,
there.
yeah,
With your sales numbers and all
yes,
that?
that I meant, yeah.
How were your sales on Sunday?
Usually down. Usually still low, below average.
You know what my sales, according to their graph, were on Sunday? 0.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what my sales on Saturday, according to their graph, were?
A lot.
0.
Oh.
Do you know what my sales on Friday, according to their
0?
graph, were?
0.
You do
Oh,
know.
wow.
It's like you logged into my account. So for 3 days, their sales reporting was down. We reported 0 sales for 3 days in a row, and the dashboard showed with how it shows the graph.
Yeah.
Literally nothing for 3 straight days. Now sales are bad, but they're not that bad. And then all of a sudden Monday, it caught up and it figured all 3 days' worth. So they're doing
So Monday,
something.
you made a killing Monday.
Well, no, they put it back over the other days.
Right.
So they were having some kind of an internal glitch of some kind. So I wonder if anybody else noticed that, because I'm going on there Sunday and I'm going, I've shipped stuff out that got paid for today. How am I still at 0? How was yesterday 0? I know I shipped stuff out.
Crazy.
No payout last 2 days for whole of UK. Oh,
The money they're making on interest alone.
Oh, that hurts. Are you sure they didn't? You sure they didn't just pull up stakes and leave town? They're like, oh, yeah, we'll pay you, and they're out of there. I think that's how the old cons always worked. So the other thing that was talked about here already was, have you noticed? Did you read your email that you got from eBay about promoted listings?
No, definitely not.
They're raising the minimum promoted listing from 1% to 2%.
Okay.
So you can no longer promote at 1%. It's got to go up to 2%.
Is it really a big deal, though?
It is, because it's a stealth price hike.
I guess if you use that 1%, it's a big deal. What percentage of people that use promoted use 1%?
A fair number of them. When I went out to eBay Open in 2019, that's what the one gentleman in front of me in line had said. He said he promotes everything at 1.1%. That he finds that it worked well for him for his product mix, and it was 1.1%, and he didn't miss 1.1%.
Wow.
Now he's got to change it. Now he's got to do 2.1%. So it basically is a stealth price hike is what it is there. And it's not like you're getting anything extra for it.
Right.
So I know people aren't particularly happy over that change, and I can't blame them for that whatsoever. How about, have you gotten, and I know you were complaining right before the show when you were looking on your phone for the insulting offer of the week. You were just saying,
I didn't have many. Did I this week?
You were complaining on the phone.
Oh, that was one guy, but for the most part, it hasn't been too bad. I didn't send you anything, did I, this week?
No, there's been nothing outrageous.
And that wasn't too bad. It wasn't, as far as insulting goes, he was offering $5 on something that was like 15 or 20. So to me, that's not even as insulting as.
Well, because you charge shipping.
Yeah.
Because my insulting this week was just a $7 on a $20, which I got the free shipping on it. So that means by the time you take the fees out and what I paid for the item, because it was something that I paid a couple of bucks for, he actually would be getting it. I'd actually literally be losing money if I took his offer on it.
Crazy.
I don't do that too often. I try not to do that. I mean, it happens occasionally, but I try not to do that. Helped as my ADA showed on the little bars below the description, but trying 3 now. Oh, all right. Yep. Okay. So up to 3% there. Yeah. I know what I always used to try to do is, like, I would have mine at 1.1 because I was thinking a lot of people are going to do 1.
Yeah.
I can get that little edge for the 0.1. It's almost like when you're bidding at the auction and you bid, $101.07 because you figure other people are going to bid 100.
You fixed all mine, didn't you? Lowered them or something a while back?
Yeah. Yep.
What am I, like 5? I'm kind of high, aren't I?
You're at market.
Okay.
Yep. I wish I had some insulting ones. I'd take most of them right now. Painfully slow. Oh, that's not good to hear. That's good. I don't use promoted. I pay enough fees.
True.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of people. I know the argument against using it in collectibles is it just takes the right person to find the item. I agree with that on the one hand, but on the other hand, they got to be able to find it. And depending upon how they search is what it comes down to. Obviously, if I have a 1888 Rochester trade card Sibley building, you search on Rochester Sibley building trade card, it's going to be the first thing that comes up.
Right.
What I'm paying for is that if you search on Rochester, it comes up. That's what the promoted pays for in my head, is it pays for the people. If they have an exact search, they're going to find your item.
Right.
I mean, if you've got an Amazing Fantasy 15, you probably do not need to promote it. People will find Amazing Fantasy 15. It's when you've got something oddball out there that people aren't necessarily going to search on by exact search. That's where I see promoted, helping you even in the collectibles. But that's just my opinion, and I don't have any complaints about it, other than them nickel and diming me. I'm not a big fan of that for some reason. A couple of other people come in, looks like.
All right, AJC McCurry's absolutely dead.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. So is mine. I've got my 6 items on her, and they haven't sold in 3 years.
All right.
Free processing tools, so it doesn't really matter, but still bad sales over there. Oh, okay. Yep. Need more on Whatnot. Oh, 2-3 hutches at a time this week. Truly sad when I have over 10K eBay listings, clearing out junk. It's not junk. It's wonderful stuff that doesn't meet your needs at this point. $2 to $3 at a time. Yeah. Yep. That's kind of the way it's going.
Barbara's in the house. How's it going?
It also helps in saturated categories. Yep. Yeah. Best promoter is it shows in other people's items below. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point too when it comes up. Customer issue, I've been noticing a lot, and I think you definitely have had it a lot more than me. Wonder if other people out there are having the same problem. That tracking.
Yes, I mean, it's crazy. Everything's delivered. They haven't gotten it yet. Yeah, and people are not happy at all, and they're blaming the seller, not the post office. They want the seller to help them, not the post office. So frustrating.
Part of it, I think, is they appear to be clicking delivered the day before. I think that a lot of times they do that to speed things up on the route because it's sitting in the office. So
more
it's
so on the weekends, like on a Friday. They don't want to, Monday to be bogged down, so they're going to do that on Friday. I tell everyone a lot of times, wait till Monday, give it time, just be patient, and it'll fix itself.
Yeah, that definitely.
And 99 out of 100 times, it does fix itself.
Do you think it's going to bring cheap buys this summer to stock up on for Christmas? Yes and no. And we actually did a episode, a while ago, talking about right when inflation started hitting. We did a buy that, or a show that things really hadn't changed in prices. And when I was going out to the flea market back in 2002, magazines were $1 a piece. Magazines today are $1 a piece.
Yeah.
Nobody has raised them to $2. They're $1 a piece.
Right.
You just got that. I'm going to call it the junk stuff that the dealer just wants to get rid of.
Yeah,
They're $1 a piece.
They don't want to throw it out, but they'll take it for $1.
Yeah.
They'll sell it for $1.
Yeah, and that has not changed. So I don't think in the day-to-day it's going to make any difference. Where it's going to make the difference is 2 spots. I think that the dealer may be more apt to wholesale stuff out to you. So if you're out there at his table and he's got an item for $1, you're paying $1 for it. That's it. But he may be more willing to just offload the whole box to you for $10.
Yeah.
Just to get rid of it because he'd rather have $10. Just get it gone.
Yep.
And the other thing it might do is it might bring more sellers into the wholesale market, and by that I mean the people might be putting stuff up on, something, we need some extra money. We've got those boxes of junk down in the basement. We've left it down. We've been meaning to spring clean for 8 years. We've never gotten around to it. We keep tripping over those boxes. Let's let this be the year that we do it, and we'll get an extra $500 in for all this stuff. So you might end up getting more people wholesaling stuff, but I don't think in the day-to-day it's going to make a difference. The price is $1 for an old magazine. That's just what it is on when you go around to a flea market. Right. So that's my opinion. How about your thoughts?
I agree with you.
Wow, you put a lot of thought into that one. I did about $800 an hour during my Whatnot last night. Just simply incredible for postcards that have been sitting in boxes.
Good for you.
Nice.
That would keep me going on Whatnot. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I might do $800 a year on Whatnot, so.
Yeah.
Will that keep you going?
No.
Keep you going far away from Whatnot.
Exactly.
Couple of other interesting things. Marathon Popeyes postcards. Wow.
Nice.
A couple of other things. So I do have another Whatnot tomorrow at 4 o'clock. cataloged 40 lots of comics, $5 start, 30-second auctions, a lot of fun.
I do have another canceled Whatnot tomorrow after Paperboy.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow, it's Whatnot's becoming your new Instagram.
It is.
That's
yeah.
wonderful.
It's fun. Yeah. I'll get there. I'll get there.
So do check me out at 4 o'clock tomorrow. I also am beginning to put a lot together.
Hold on, this is even more impressive for Popeye. He did 800 an hour, and he did it for 3 hours.
Wow,
That
nice.
is
That's a
good
little
for
better
you.
than me.
Good for you, yeah.
A little better than me there.
Yeah.
That's a long time though to do it 3 hours. Yeah, because I do mine take literally an hour, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm done. It's you know what it is, Popeyes. It's more the prep. The prep is because I do pictures of each thing and all that, and I it ends up taking about an hour to pick out what I'm going to put in the auctions because I go through stuff and sort it out.
And you can't scan it, you have to use your phone, correct? So if Popeye wanted to scan postcards, can't do it. Gotta be on the phone.
Correct, as far as I know. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
IT's in the house. How's it going?
Nice job there. I'm putting together lots, which again, that's the hardest thing for me is putting together the lots. I'm going to be doing at some point in the near future. Well, I've got Monday off of work because of Juneteenth, so I have Monday off. I probably will start putting together lots, and I'm going to probably the Tuesday after that, going to try an ephemera auction over there because comics don't seem to be my thing. I've got some interesting things I'm going to put together. I know Dawn had said that things in lots of 5 to 10 for about $3 a lot tend to sell. So I'm putting together some neat little lots like that, and I'm going to try to do about 30 to 40 lots like that. And we'll try that out as well.
Cool. All right.
Anyone thinks slides would sell and whatnot? I've got tons. Thinking about doing a random pool and selling in lots. Showing you my light screen. Slides actually go well. I don't do them. I don't understand them. But yeah, I would think why not? Definitely worth a try. Big news. You ready for the big news?
I think so.
You may have noticed when you took a look over on the write-up for the show.
I didn't do that.
No. Well, had you done it,
Oh, okay.
you may have noticed a link on there to a Facebook group, the Vintage Syndicate and Ephemera. I am doing a Facebook auction over there
Ooh.
Monday at 4 o'clock. 30 cataloged lots. A lot of fun stuff over there. I will be posting the catalog, which is Excel document. I will be posting the beautiful catalog that I have assembled over there. Some pictures of the stuff. Just click on the link. The guy heading the site over there, Craig, said that if you click on that, you're automatically admitted to it. Come on by, show some moral support. I'd like you to buy some stuff. I picked out some pretty neat stuff over there that I think people will like. And like I said, that's 4 o'clock Monday on the Vintage Syndicate and Ephemera. And the link is right there in the thing. So we're going to give that a try as well.
Cool. All right.
Why do I have this feeling you're going to end up consigning tons of stuff to me to be selling on all these various auctions?
Yeah, you're just going to be a full-time Whatnot.
I'll just put between Whatnot, Facebook, I'll just quit my day job and just auction for you all day long.
It's funny. There's so much stuff, good stuff, just sitting around. We got that local auction guy came by. He's got one in June. He's got one in July and one in September. And he told me last night, I'm coming tomorrow. So I went to the shop, worked an extra hour and a half last night, filled up my truck. I mean, it's better stuff than I used to give him. I'm like, there's really good stuff now. I'm like, everywhere I look, there's just stuff piled. I mean, I certainly could do that for you as well. So.
Well, and that's the problem that I'm having on even assembling stuff for the Whatnot, the Facebook auction, the Whatnot comic auction. It's just, what am I going to put? And I need a sorting area like twice the size of my house because you start going through a box, you're like, oh, this is good.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just sell this by itself. Right. I want to sell it with 2 other comics, but I don't see those other 2 comics of this title.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had an infinite amount of space and an infinite amount of time, you could do it.
Sure, yeah.
And I'd also write the works of William Shakespeare all that
in
time.
case I dozed off when you said this, what are you selling on Facebook? What kind of stuff?
A little bit of everything. Some books over there. Some linens, believe it or not. Some linens that I'd picked up in a deal.
Linens, so linens and things.
Exactly. What else? Kids books, a whole bunch of things. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It should be a lot of fun over there.
Yeah, you had me a book.
Yeah, Craig is a great guy. If you haven't checked out the video, I did meet him down in the Poconos. Did an interview with him, as a matter of fact, on the channel. So he's always treated me well, no complaints at all. And then he talk me through how to set up the event and all that. So I'm really looking forward to it. So do stop by on Monday. It should be a lot of fun. My problem too, I need a whole other sorting. Yeah, for whatnot space. I just don't have much space. I'm making a mess. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm noticing as well.
I just need one 300-count box and I'm good. I'm done. That's it.
Well, that's even the problem down in the basement, because that's where I'm sorting together the ephemera lots. And I'm like, oh, that's good. Photos. Oh, I'm going to put a lot of photos up on whatnot. But I've got 2 photos here, 3 photos in this other box. And I need like a box dedicated to just photos, a box dedicated to just roadmaps, a box dedicated to just whatever. Put all those things over there.
Victorian trade cards.
There you go.
I got binders and binders of those.
There you go.
Try them out.
But wow, it feels good to mail all the stuff away. Yeah, yep. Now, and it's fun. It's fun. And one other thing that I've noticed, and I'm sure Popeyes has noticed because he's saying he's got 30 to 40 people a show, is I tend to have the same people showing up, a core group of showing up every week, which is good because, say you've got 5-7 people that show up every week and they buy stuff.
Right.
And eventually it'll grow to 10 people, it'll grow to 12 people, 15 people, and so on. So, that's kind of the theory anyway.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out that way. But, so that's that.
You ever considered like a whatnot consignment?
Oh, all right. Well, you bring up whatever just brought up, and then I've got another thing here to tell you.
All right. Well, you like that as well. Have you said that already?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all ever see early 1900s violin strings individually wrapped? Didn't you have something like that once? Old violin strings? Seriously, I think that you
just
had.
sold a violin.
I know. I seriously think you had them back in a long time. Oh, there you go.
That's your old guitar strings.
There you go. So we are a channel that does things our way, and you're here watching it, and hopefully you're in on how we do the channel, and we try to give advice, try to keep things light, try to make you laugh. We're not like other channels that like to brag about how easy things are, how you're going to make $1 million, how they're driving around in a Lambo because. I'm going to change things up a little bit right now. I'm going to brag. Is that all right?
Sure, go ahead.
I got an email from Etsy the other day. They're transferring 80 cents to my account.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
Because after all my fees, I made 80 cents on Etsy last week.
Wow, all right.
That's right. You follow what I've told you to do. You can make over $40 in a year on Etsy.
Wow, that's impressive.
Clear before taxes. Over $40 a year. So I don't think any other channel out there is bragging about being able to make you $40 a year on Etsy.
I'm dumbfounded, speechless. Why am I not on Etsy? Jeez.
Well, right?
I got kicked off for selling Playboy.
Right? I mean, that's the best sales they could ever have.
Yeah.
We are not supported by Etsy, but should they wish for me to be a sponsor, I will talk all day long, a testimonial about that 80 cents.
I don't know what your secret is, but I don't want to know either. So.
And to anybody watching this, I do not keep that money in my house. I just don't want them to come by and loot the place. That's
just
80
throw it
cents.
on the floor. No one will throw it in the corner. No one will find it.
Wow. I was feeling good about myself, too, there for a moment. It doesn't happen often. If Whatnot is good for postcards, you two should get back into that million card deal and run Whatnot for the next year. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. That is absolutely true. Oh, how have you been doing on item specifics?
I don't know. I don't do them.
Well,
I don't change mine and go back and change them. Moving forward, my employees put what they got to put in, but that's it.
So I've been doing item specifics, and I believe last week when we were on the live show, I believe I was at 11,975.
All right.
So I've been doing them during the week, not a lot, but doing them during the week. Guess where I am now?
12,400.
12,015. Oh. Somehow, despite doing item specifics, I am falling behind. They're just finding more item specifics that I need.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not thinking I'll be, at this rate, I'll never be done.
Interesting.
So I wonder if anybody else out there is having any luck on item specifics. It's kind of crazy over there. Oh, I got an email the other day, and this is the kind of thing that you hate and I hate.
Okay.
And I hate that I didn't staple this the right way. So I got an email Action required, and it's a legitimate email. It isn't a spam email.
Okay.
Action required. Your software application authorization will expire in 0 days from Amazon Marketplace. Dear Papergoy, action is required by you to renew your authorization to enable in order to let Shopify pull across my listings. And I know you hate that as much as I do.
So that's legit.
Yeah, it was legit.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to do it. Yeah. You know, and it didn't give me any links. It said log into your Amazon Marketplace, this, that. And the agita that I had, I'm like, I hate doing this kind of thing. I would pay somebody to do it. I hate doing it. I logged into my market thing, clicked right where it said. It took about 4 seconds to do. I just clicked and they're like, renew. Oh, we're all set to go. But it's funny because I know you get those same feelings when you get these emails and this. You're like, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do this? And I'd get myself all worked up over it when if I just clicked on it, it would have been done in 4 seconds. I think I gave myself 20 minutes worth of agita for a 4-second job. Game part-time. What is your experience with these folks who are making it part-time, specifically revenue and profits? Well, I think that starting out, and it's funny because we actually did we did a studio show today about how difficult it is for newbies to be able to even get started. I have found that you get, and I think you can attest to this as well, you get some of the best wholesale buys out of people that try eBay.
Yeah, true.
Because they see the selling prices and they think that they're going to make all of this money.
Yeah.
And then they try it. And they realize that it's not all it's cracked up to be as far as it's a lot more work than you would think it is.
Yeah.
Because you don't just put every item up and it sells immediately. And you got item specifics you have to put up. And you've got all these different hoops you got to jump through to get the thing listed. And especially if you're listing something that you don't really know a lot about. I mean, if I suddenly, I know you haven't listed in a while, but if you wanted to list and I threw you into the China category, you'd just be looking at it going, I mean, I'd be looking at it going, is it Noritake? Is it this? Where is it even under? How do I even find this?
Yeah.
You know, and you get into all that stuff. So I always encourage people to try it. Especially if we can't reach a deal on a price, because I know a lot, as often as not, you're going to end up buying their stuff back, and they're going to have an appreciation and going to even cut you a deal on it because they're going to be like, I don't want to do it, and I now know how much work it is.
Exactly, yeah.
When you get down to it. Someone say 1 million postcards? You stop, Papa, you stop. Couple of other quick things. This is... this is something or other that I saw. Do you know the famous story, and again, I don't know if it's true or not, but about Joseph Rockefeller in 1929 and why he got out of the stock market, supposedly?
I do not know this story.
Well, act like you know it while I drink this water.
So back in 38...
29.
Well, he was 11 years older. Or 9, whatever.
He was... getting a shoe shined, and he got a stock tip from the shoe shine boy.
Okay.
And he said, when I'm getting stock tips from shoe shine boys, the market's overvalued, it's oversold. I've got to get out of this. And a lot of times when things trickle down to the common man, you can tell there's going to be a problem. And I brought this up because I saw this, and it doesn't have to do with reselling, but I thought this was really, really interesting. Cardi B is gloomy about the economy. When y'all think they're going to announce that we going into a recession? Yeah, you're laughing.
The way you say it.
I'm reading the quote exactly as it is.
You're so serious the way you say it.
But Cardi B is the voice of the common person at this point. And the elites and the pointy heads can all say whatever they want. We're not technically in a recession. A recession is 2 straight quarters of negative growth, and we've not reached. If Cardi B feels we're in a recession, and when you look at your sales, and then you go to the gas, fill up your gas tank, you say we're in a recession, and I say we're in a recession, I don't care what the numbers say. We're in a recession. We just are. I know we did last week's show where we were talking about, hankering down and all that.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely the way to go. And I think it's great that so many people here are reaching out to Whatnot. They're reaching out to all the various venues. I got the Facebook auction coming. We've all got all these ways that we're trying to generate extra cash and move inventory.
Yeah.
Because whether the professors feel that we are or not, or whether we technically are, the common people feel that we are, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, sure.
And when you get down to it, if I'm scared to spend money, I don't care what some guy at Harvard says about how the economy's doing, because I know how it's affecting me.
Yeah.
And that's all that really matters, is how it's affecting me, how it's affecting you, how it's affecting all of you. So I know you laugh. If people laugh, oh, what's Cardi B know about it? She knows what she's feeling, and she knows what her fans are feeling, and that's what's more
they're not buying
important.
her songs.
There you go.
That's it.
So again, I wanted to go off plus we're the only reselling show talking about Cardi B today. Finding using the eBay catalog for items instead of sell similar seems to sell faster. I have had a couple of items put into the catalog, but most of the stuff I have is not in the catalog. I've looked, and it's like, do you want to sell something like, and it's just not in the catalog. Gasoline.
We wish.
Oh my gosh! Did you see that guy got fired?
Which guy?
He was the manager of a gas station.
Yep.
He misprogrammed the machine.
Yeah.
So instead of it selling for $6.90 a gallon, it was selling for 69 cents a gallon.
Oh my God, he's gone. He's fired.
He got fired. People were lined up buying gas. So he was selling it at 1976 prices.
How much did he sell before he had to shut it down?
Thousands of dollars worth of stuff went out. Yeah, and then he realized it. What does Cardi B say about self-similar? Yeah. Cardi B has not officially made a statement about it, but we will reach out to her after the show to see how she feels about self-similar. Yes, I can tell things are tight with everyone I know. Yep, and that's what it comes down to. One last thing, and then we're going to head on into the main part of the show. So I was busy on Saturday. I had my overtime where I had to watch people take a test. 6 hours. It went fairly well, as far as I know. What went through my head the entire time, I figured out, again, I don't mean to be a bragging channel. We're definitely changing into a bragging channel now. I am going to, because of that day, make $8 a month more in my pension.
Wow.
Every month. That's right.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So every month I'll be able to...
About $100 a year. Good
I'll
for
be able to buy a gallon of gas a month thanks to that day.
Wow.
Yeah, hey.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Add that together with that 80 cents from Etsy. Yeah.
Big
Mr.
time.
Moneybags.
Well, don't forget Whatnot. I mean, you're really killing it.
Oh, my $23 from Whatnot will really make the difference there. What I want to know the state of the world, I come here to find out what you think about Cardi B thinking about them.
Yeah.
Put. That is that. We may steal that for T-shirts.
She likes it like that.
We may steal that for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I ended up going over to the Rochester Beer Fest and met a subscriber over there. But we didn't talk about the channel. We talked about beer.
Okay.
You should go there next year.
I wasn't invited. I know I don't have to be invited there per se.
Yes, it's a public event.
I know, but I don't just go there by myself and start drinking by myself. If someone says, "Hey, what are you doing tonight? Want to go drinking under a tent, have some fun, shoot the breeze, meet subscribers?" I probably wouldn't turn that down unless my kid had a baseball tournament.
Right, understood. $75, 5 hours worth of 4-ounce pours with about 60 brewers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
No, that was a lot of fun. And shout out to the subscriber that I talked to about beer. Super late, at least
in the house.
Hey, Rusty.
How's it going?
Welcome. All right, we're going to head on into the main topic today, which is how much is your time worth? Probably more than you value it at.
I think I value it more than a lot of people because, and here's a perfect example. My wife loves to go to Abbott's Custard Ice Cream, 8 minutes away. She wanted to go last night at 9 o'clock at night. And I'm one of those people that hate lines. You pull in, and I count the cars. There's 11, 12 cars.
They have a drive-through there?
Yeah, well, the one on Lada. The second one, not the Bill Gray's one, the one halfway down Lada. Anyways.
Fascinating to people not from Rochester.
Yeah. It is good soft serve. Anyways,
what's Cardi B think about it?
We will ask her. But, she wanted to take the kids, and the boys didn't want to go. We all ended up going. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even have any ice cream. Anyways, I get there. I'm counting
Is this
the
the rambling
cars.
story of the week?
This could be a pre-rambling. Hey, you started this. So anyways, there's 11 or 12 cars. I'm like, there's no way they're serving these people a minute per car. Say 2 minutes a car. We're here for 30 minutes. To me, that's not worth it. My time is more valuable to sit here for 30 minutes to get an ice cream. And you have to value your time. What else could you be doing? If I was enjoying waiting in the car, then my time would be worth the money I'm losing by sitting in the car. It was with the family and stuff, but again, I look at it like these people don't care about their time. If it takes an hour, waiting in lines at a flea market, a supermarket, anywhere, Darien Lake, it doesn't really matter. But
well, it's
my
actually
time is something that
it's actually funny you mentioned it, because I wasn't going to go here at all, because I didn't think of this till you just said that. I think that what you just said right there is the beauty of vacation. That when I'm on vacation, I might wait in that line.
Yeah.
It's like you're at an airport and you've got a 4-hour layover and there's a 15-minute line to get Popeyes or a 3-minute line to get McDonald's.
Right.
You might as well wait in a 15-minute line, because it doesn't really matter. You have 4 hours to wait. So time has no value at that point, because it's not like you can do anything. Well, let me run and source at the airport shopping and get this stuff listed. No, it's not going to end up happening.
No. Even the meat market, in my plaza there, they have meat specials, and the meat's good. We used to buy it all the time. Now when they run these specials, they either sell out or you have to wait in these lines. I tell my wife, just go to Wegmans. You're going to pay more money, but guess what? There's no line. You're in and out in 5 minutes instead of waiting 30 minutes for a couple steaks. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, and I guess what got me thinking about this is kind of one of our favorite segments of the show is the insulting offer of the week. And this may apply more to me than it does to you. And the reason why is because you sell, a lot of times, you sell some very, very high-end items, some very, very good items, but a lot of your sales, a lot of your inventory are common items.
Right.
Those have prices on them. Or let's say that you were a dealer in comic books and sports cards.
Mm-hmm.
Submariner number 74 is worth what a Submariner number 74 is worth.
Right.
It is what it is. And if it's a $12 book in VG, it's a $12 book in VG.
Right.
You're going to be hard-pressed to get $22 for it. I don't care. You're just not going to get that for it. On whatnot, I can make it $3 for it.
Yeah, a comic, my high may get 22. If you go high to low, 12 is the average. Someone might have got 18, 20. Someone got 4 or 5, or you get $2 on whatnot. But that's how it is.
But those are different things. Those are different animals for a lot of the stuff that you sell. But a lot of stuff that I sell, I was thinking about this, and here I am. I went to the Madison Bachville, 2+ hour drive there, 2+ hour drive back. I traipsed through all of these things, all of these stands. So I've got 6 hours, 7 hours into what I bought. Mm-hmm. If I bought 100 items to list, I've got 7 hours invested into them before I take item number 1. Before I even take item number 1.
Right.
Now I've got item number 1. I have to scan it. I have to list it.
Mm-hmm.
I have to know what keywords to use. When I was at the show, I had to know enough to buy it.
Right.
That all figures in as well. So when I've got an item that I'm listing, you're not just paying me for January 1903 McClure's magazine. I also have to factor into it my time spent getting it.
Yeah.
I have to factor in the fact that I drove 4 hours round trip to get it.
Right.
That I knew enough to get it. That I knew what keyword to put on it to draw you to buy it.
True.
That when I'm reading the table of contents, that I know enough about what keywords to use. Because if there's 8 names in there, if you don't know any better, and I don't mean anything against your main magazine lister, but if I put that magazine in front of them, they probably would take, assuming they looked at the table of contents, they would either take the first 2 names on the cover or the first 2 names in the table of contents, which may not be the best names to put on to draw traffic.
Sure.
I'm getting paid when I sell it for knowing that the 7th name down is the best thing to draw traffic. It's the most interesting thing to have people look at it.
Yeah.
People don't value that. They don't value their time. They don't value their experience. They look on there and they say, oh, McClure's from the 1900s sell for $15. I'll put it on for $15. And I used to be that way as well.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting it on for $35 because all of the time, all of my experience, all of that in there, knowing what keywords, and if it's a keyword that needs a second picture on it, because, oh, this is a good keyword, this has a interview with A. Conan Doyle,
Yeah.
I'm going to put a picture of A. Conan Doyle with the interview.
Right,
Or,
right.
oh, look, he's in this picture wearing a Sherlock Holmes hat.
Yeah.
Hey, that's going to draw people in, but I have to know A. Conan Doyle wrote Sherlock Holmes and know
Right.
what he's doing. That all has value.
Sure, absolutely. I agree 100%. Yeah.
But so few people value that.
Right.
They don't value their time and they don't value their experience. They look and they list it at $15
Yeah.
because, well, somebody else sold it for $15 6 months ago. Okay, look at
Right.
their listing. What keywords did they
Yeah.
use?
Well,
Well, they didn't use any. Well,
yeah. And that's my problem too. We're adding a couple more listers now because the inventory is just getting insane. There's no point in buying in bulk if I can't list the stuff. So I got to prep these orders for these people. So I don't just, if it's on Amazon, you don't need to be prepped. If it's on there, they can list it. If it's not on there, then I got to sort it out. It's going to be this pile, it's going to be this pile, and I put Post-its, and that takes time for 5-6 employees. So it eats up half my day just prepping items for people because they may not know, Donald Duck, let's say. We have one employee that doesn't know anything from like 1990 on back. Any celebrity, politician, nothing. So it's, I got to put the Post-its on there for him or find someone else that knows those people.
doesn't know Mamie Van Doren?
Exactly. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, anyways, John Jones, yes. The
Mary
Mercedes,
Pickford?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
I'm just throwing obscure names for you.
And,
They're actually not
and
that
John Jones,
obscure.
tell me why I, save time.
There you go. 8 minutes now takes 4 minutes exactly. I saw a new word, bifurcated. Learned so much here from your viewers, and also Cardi B. Oh, everybody learns a lot from Cardi B.
Yeah.
She knows more than the economists. But and when you stop and you think about it, let's say that you asked me. You said, "Hey, I want to start selling on there. Will you consult me?" And I said, "Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
$40 an hour. That seems like great money."
Yeah.
But then when you stop and you think about all that I'd be offering, all this, all that, no, it's worth much more than that.
Yeah.
If you go to
Plus for $40 an hour, you might as well sell on whatnot, or you per se.
That's true. I would make $40 in an hour. That is very true. But it's the same thing with auto mechanics. They're charging $60, $70 an hour at this point.
Some of them are hundreds.
$100 an
Yeah.
hour because of the knowledge that they have.
Right.
And they're valuing their time and the knowledge together. And I think that too many of us in the secondhand trade do not put that value on it that should be on there.
Sure.
Just do not do so. Sherlock Holmes is a deer stalker. Oh, well, I learned something new as well. There we go. I probably would say Sherlock Holmes in the listing, though, because that probably would draw people. I knew the show would devolve into a discussion about furries at some point, and that's why I come here. Hey, that's why everybody comes
Nice.
here. But yeah, I guess the main point about that though is it's why if you go to the doctor for 15 minutes, by the time you're paying your $25 copay and they're billing out the insurance company at $65 more. It's a $90 visit for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's $360 an hour
Right.
because they value their time.
Right.
But it isn't just their time. It's how much education does that guy have to have? How much student loans does he have to have? How much insurance does he have to
Crazy.
have? All that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. That I can't just throw a shingle out front and I can't just say, yeah, I'm going to do brain surgery on you.
Right.
So I think we don't value our experience the way that a doctor values his or an auto mechanic values his. But what we have is within our realm is just as important and just as valuable.
Yeah, sure.
So don't underprice yourself. It really, truly, when you get down to it, do not do so. This is an interesting question. Let's say you are a mechanic or lawyer, highly sought after, make bank, but hate your job, and you want to resell. The increased emotional value for noobs is important. Absolutely true, but here's the flip side of that. If that lawyer wanted to resell and were watching our channel and said, for some reason or other, hey, these clowns sound like they know what they're talking about. Obviously, he went to the beer fest and was still feeling the effects.
Well,
And he watched the
I
channel.
heard the Cardi B reference.
And he did hear Cardi B, and he goes, hey, these people are worldly and know what they're talking about. And Cardi B's too busy to help him with his selling. he reaches out to us, and let's say that I told him, yes, I will tutor you, consult you. It's $125 an hour. He's not going to blink twice at that.
No.
Because in the legal world, $125 an hour, he'd be like, wow, are you sure you know what you're doing? You're only $125 an hour. Because he's learned to value his time, and that's what the price of his time is. So if you reached out to him, or he reached out to you, and you told him $125 an hour.
Newsflash.
Oh, arrived so late, I just rewound and started from the beginning. So I'm not chatting. Well, we're hurt, but...
Get to the Cardi B. It's great. Classic.
People are all talking about Cardi B. She's trending, probably because
I think
of us.
the way you read it, that's part of it.
We made her trend.
Yeah.
So next time you see Cardi B trending on Yahoo, say, it's the $1 Million Peddlers.
Get on your Instagram,
They
hashtag.
mentioned her, hashtag Cardi B. But, so again, I just want to reiterate the point, value your time. Value it. It's very important. Yes, there are positives that we all get out of it. We enjoy it. Going to the flea market where I went and bought one box of stuff, no, it was not worth my time as far as valuing it. But that's also a Sunday morning out for me, and I kind of needed to needed the fresh air after the beer fest the night before. So hopefully that helps you a little bit over there. So same with artists, we often undersell ourselves. Yeah, and I've heard that's a real problem for people on Etsy. They go and they put the stuff up on Etsy that they've handcrafted, and they don't know what to ask for it. And like, wow, somebody's paying me $30 for this, not realizing all of the time and labor they put into it.
Yeah.
They made, $5 an hour into it. But they did it as a labor of love, but still, it's worth more than $30.
Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely is a problem for people on Etsy. Yep. I collect coins. I asked my local shop if I could get a mentor. He said it would cost me $1 million. That's the value of my mistakes to get to where I am. All right, he's certainly valuing his time. He may be valuing it more than I would, but hey, God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him. $1 million. Wow. Well, he wants to join the $1 Million Peddlers.
Remember Austin Powers and $1 million, $1 million. So he valued it too low.
That is very true. I believe you were going to give us a rambling story of the week this week.
I believe you're asking me to give one.
Oh, I am.
Do I want to talk about the basement again? No one wants to hear about the basement anymore. Well, all right, I'm going to ramble on about the car that I bought and the issue I'm having now with the car. So it seems like I'm poison. Whatever I get involved with.
Poison. Me and the crew used to do her.
That was not Cardi B. But anyways.
No, it was not. It was Belle Biv DeVoe.
I bought this used car in Florida 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I still don't have the license plates, the registration, or the inspection. And the 2-week temporary plates.
Where'd you buy it from? A guy named Vinny?
Well, they were on eBay. But,
Vinny?
But they sold it off eBay, obviously. But
obviously.
The temporary plates expired after 2 weeks, and it took me 3 weeks to get new temporary plates. Now I've been driving a little bit here and there, but I'm complaining. I'm texting these people. No one's calling me back. It's just very frustrating. So finally I called the manager at the company.
Now, are VIN numbers usually crossed out on cars?
Well, AK-47s, I don't know about cars, but no one responded back. It's real frustrating. And finally someone got a hold of me through text and said, they're short-staffed. This is the process because they're going through New York, from Florida to New York. And my last car I bought, I think, was Texas, and I got everything in a week. So I don't know who to believe, but anyways, I contacted the manager of the company, and they said I should get everything next week. So it's not the best rambling story, but it's just the trials and tribulations I go through every week, no matter what I'm dealing in. It's a SHIT show. So that's all I got for you.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one. It wasn't
It's
overly rambling, but it was frustrating, and it was interesting. Wow.
Yeah, something.
Alrighty, we got a couple of other people here mentioning a few things here.
The basement now. We're working on the final solution.
Oh.
End of June, early July. I'm supposed to do a once through with the engineer and the owner Saturday, so they can see what's going on. We moved almost everything out, cleared the way.
I was going to invite you to the beer fest.
Oh, jeez. What are you going to do?
Me and Cardi B.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they were giving you a walkthrough.
Yeah, and then they said end of June. They should start at end of June, finish it up early July. It's 2 days in the inside, 2 days in the outside. So when they do it during the week, so it'll be like Monday through Thursday.
It's a stolen car from New York.
It could be, yeah, very well. Maybe that's why they wrapped it in matte black, so change the true color of it.
I wonder what Cardi B thinks about whatnot. Then, oh yes, that's very
There you
important.
go,
Very
for sure,
important.
for sure.
Hashtag thumbs up. Hashtag Cardi B. Hashtag Cardi B thinks about recession. Hashtag Cardi B for treasurer.
There you go. Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody. It was a fun show. It actually was a really fun show today.
It always is.
It generally is. Yeah, that is very, very true. Do hit the thumbs up button if you could. Let us know if anybody out there knows Cardi B. We're more than willing to have her on as a guest if she wants to discuss reselling.
Yeah, and the car was stolen from her, apparently.
We'll discuss reselling and the economy with Cardi B hopefully next week if she responds to my text and lifts that restraining order. Do check out Whatnot Thursday at 4 o'clock. No need to check it out Thursday at 5:30 because Mr. Magazine will not be doing his. However, do check out Papergoy on Whatnot, 4 o'clock Thursday. Papergoy is working on putting together ephemera lots. He will be doing a Tuesday ephemera auction on Whatnot at some point. And Monday, do check out my 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time Facebook auction over on the Vintage Syndicate and Ephemera. Link is down below. You'll see the link. Click on there. Tell Craig I sent you. And come on by. Give me a little moral support and bid on a few things. Cataloged auction, 30 items. Great fun. Did you have anything to add after all my plugs?
No, you really said a lot.
I've sucked all the air out of the room with those massive plugs.
I'm exhausted right now. Yeah. Exactly. Daniel, I agree, Daniel. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't value his time. That's how he does it.
All right, everybody, hit the like button, and we will see you next week.
Take care. Bye-bye.